So we have this woman out here, stay-at-home mom. This is the main event. Stay-at-home mom says she was a stay-at-home mom for 15 years. She's a trad wife. She regrets it. And this is why.
Was married for 17 years and was a stay-at-home mom for 15 of those years. And it was amazing. I loved being a stay-at-home mom. But the thing that I didn't really anticipate was the financial dynamic and how I would be affected by that. So I assumed that half of everything would be mine if we divorced. And since I was out of the workforce for a really long time, I didn't have things like retirement, or luckily I had built up my credit over time, but, I didn't have savings. I didn't have accounts in my own name. And I really was not prepared for when my husband and I split up, sitting there in mediation, hearing this is non-marital. And I was like, but wait, I thought everything was, marital. We'd been married for so long. Right. And we had never discussed like, this was mine and this was yours, that kind of thing. It was always, in my opinion, it was always ours. And and he actually said that. Like one time I said to him, well, a lot of times I said to him, like, I feel like I'm not prepared for retirement. Nothing's in my name. Like, what if something happens to you? What if something happens where we split up? I'm not, and he was like, well, if we get divorced, half of it's yours. Well, it wasn't. And he got to keep about $800,000 more than I did. I was married for 17 years and was a stay-at-home mom for 15.
Let me stop right here. Let me stop it right here. Now, sorry, I muted myself. Let me just say this. Gentlemen. What she's saying, typically, you would think I disagree with. Whatever her financial arrangement with her husband was her husband. But as I've been telling you, this is what they're getting into. When I tell you all men pay, when I tell you you got to find out why she's in the relationship with you. What is she looking for? There might be a long-term thing. She's looking that maybe you could be a retirement plan, a solution for her, a way for her not to work anymore. This actually flies against this woman, right? This woman's now claiming she wants this, but you have a woman that got it, and now she said it didn't work out for me. It didn't work out for me. I didn't get what I wanted out of it because I intended. He told me I got half, and half of this is yours, and I'm going to retire you. Then she didn't get it, and it was all for a loss. I regret it. It was the worst decision I made. He screwed me over. How did he screw you over? He screwed me over because I didn't get what I desired. The time I put in, I didn't get the result. So I was with him for that result. I didn't get that result, so all this other time was a waste. I regret it. I got screwed over. How'd you get screwed over? Day to day to day, y'all thought y'all was in love. I thought y'all was in it for love and like. No, you found out. He found out. She was in it because he was going to retire me. He was going to have this. And what did she do? How did she find this out? She assumed that when she got a divorce. I'm going to play it again. She assumed that. How are you assuming that when you got a divorce? Because the divorce is planned before the wedding. So she was doing all of this with the idea that if she got divorced or when she got divorced, she would get X, Y, and Z. And she filed for the divorce thinking she was going to get X, Y, and Z, and she didn't. And now she's mad.
Gotcha, bitch.
So while you're going through your promotion and you're grinding and you're making money and you're giving it to the family and you're going on vacations, none of this shit matters to her. She talking about what she gonna get in the end. Life insurance, pension, house, kids, car, alimony. So did she stay in as a stay-at-home mom for the man? No, she stayed in there for her. Then she started thinking, oh, what happened if I got a divorce? What would happen if I want to retire? Then what did she say? I gave up my what? Career.
So I could focus on my career.
I gave up my career. I could have earned extra money. I could have been an executive. I could have been the head coach at a university. I could have been CEO Nigero. but I traded that in for this and I didn't get what I wanted. So boo. But I'm telling you, it always comes down to money. The Money Mindset 2025. Join us if you are looking to elevate your mindset to the next level and get your financial information and game back to where it needs to be. This is the Blue Chip Mindset on steroids. We have 80 plus episodes from the last 2 years that you missed available via playback. You can get all of those episodes. Also, every live stream on Sunday night with all of our great contributors with subjects, cryptocurrency, investment, money 101, money 201. Also, if you're looking to become a social media content creator, this is the group for you. 2 times a month, we give you content creator information about how much money you can make via content creation. What are the most popular forms of content creation coming forward in the next few years, and how you can capitalize on an opportunity to be a content creator. Join patreon.com/Coach Greg Adams to find the Money Mindset link. Let's get our Blue Chip Mindset on. The window is still open. They always have a plan. You think it's love, it's money every single time. When people say my marriage is successful, it's because he's trying to prevent that. And she's trying to walk her way down to that. She's trying to walk her way down to that. She's trying to walk her way down to that. You owe me. Pay me. Pin me, pay me. You owe me for what I gave up. Now, again, from the woman's perspective, hey, y'all do what y'all got to do. But check this out. A Forbes analysis estimates that mothers who leave the workforce can lose $450,000 to $1 million over their lifetimes. This includes lost income, retirement savings, Social Security benefits, and no one's talking about it. This woman breaks it down. You think they like you and love you. You got to detach your ego from women because they cater to your ego. They make you believe you's doing something, and then when they get what they want, they gonna tell you you got a little nub. You got a little nub. You really wasn't doing shit. I want to have sex, but not with you. Just wait. I'm out. I'm back to these streets. Oh, we didn't work out. We grew apart. I'm moving forward. Nigga, y'all better wake up. It ain't about you, and it never was. It never was, cuz. Shout out to MC Breed from Cleveland. It never was, cuz. Now, go ahead and pay me off on the back end. Give me what I want, nigga. And they counting the cost the entire time. I gave up this. I could have had that. And then now I thought I was going to get this, and I didn't get that. Brothers, I be trying to help y'all walk you down this path. It ain't that, it didn't work out for me. I know this for a fact. It never was about you. It was always about them. And they used your ego and your need to be liked, your need to have a facade, your need to have proven that you can get a girl, your need for sex, your need for your ego to be stroked. They used that against you. Oh, MC Breed from Flint. Shout out to Flint, Michigan. I thought he was from Cleveland. All right, shout out to MC Breed. They used that against you. You thought you was doing something. You thought she loved and liked you. It never was about you. Remove your ego from women, please. It might seem like you doing something, but they behind the scenes, stacking, plotting, planning, thinking, whole time. Then they get you trapped good enough, and now you find out what it was about. Imagine this husband thought he had a loving wife that cared about him, and they on the beach taking pictures in matching outfits, jeans and white shirts. And it never was, cuz. It never was, cuz. All right, I know it's hard to hear. This is hard for your ego to even think that this is possible. You think that this is some women. Trust me, this is every single one of them. And not rightly so. I'm not saying women shouldn't do this. To me, I'm not against them doing this. What I'm against is you trying to convince me that you're different and she's different. It ain't no difference, nigga. This is always the bottom line. I'm going to play it again. I'm going to break it down. This is always what it was about. Now, if you were the sex guy and she just was giving you sex and you got that and you got that from 20% of the women you've ever approached, that's who you were. Great. Congratulations. I'm telling you, sometimes you were lucky to get out unscathed. We're all good. I got unscathed of a lot of women. I've been with a lot of women. Most women have never done anything negative to me. We broke it off. We walked away. We parted away. And I got 2 or 3, maybe 30 pieces of pussy from her the entire time. Nothing negative happened. You're going to get away every now and then, but it's only going to take you one. Most of the time when you're 50, you have had at least 4 women turn against you. At least 4 that have tried to royally fuck you over, crashed out, divorced you, cheated on you. At least 4. And fucked you over and made you pay on the back end. At least by the time you're 50. And remember, I was married and cohabitating for 10 or 12 of those years. But by the time you hit 50, you done got it fucked over at least 4 times. Fucked over. And like, goddamn. Caught up, fired from your job, knocked up a bitch on the side kids. You was fucking a girl on the side. She told your wife. And then you're going to go, oh, shit, okay, I better stop playing with these motherfuckers. But the other women just slithered back into their hole and went to the next dick the next day to try to do the same plan on the next nigga. They just went to slither to a next guy. They didn't go to their hole and, oh, no. They just went to the next dick. Off to the next man. And they might have got the next man because you got her and she like, I'm going to get somebody else. So she got the next guy because of you. All right, so let me play this down here. It ain't easy out here being cheesy.
I was married for 17 years and was a stay-at-home mom for 15 of those years.
Look at that neck.
And it was amazing.
I loved it, but
loved being a stay-at-home mom. But
there you go. There you go. Look at that neck. He had to look at this neck get worse and worse and worse over the years. Look at this neck, bruh. I can't get this neck.
Silence, you fool.
Let me just stop and say this. She said, I was a stay-at-home mom. It was amazing. What does that mean? She got an opportunity to not work. Remember what this woman said. I didn't have to work. He paid all the bills. I didn't have stress. Blah, blah, blah. Then we took vacations. He made $500,000 a year. We had fun. I had mommy wine time. We went and lived in a good neighborhood. He provided for us. Remember, I need a provider. Right here. I just want a provider. It was great. I didn't have to hustle and bustle. You know, it was great. I just picked up my kids from class. I got to fuck my personal trainer. Blah, blah, blah. He bought me gifts, diamond rings, pearls, necklaces, negligees, laptop computers, bikes. All right. It was great. It was amazing. I got to be around my kids and see them grow up. I was fortunate enough to do that. It was amazing. But, yeah, all of that was good. But that ain't what it was about. That was the payment. But I had a bigger plan. That's what she said. I was planning for something bigger. That was what he was supposed to do. Whew. It was amazing, but, and this is white women for you right here. Yep. I got to, wake up and make sandwiches and get my kid to school and go to Pilates and shit like that. All this shit that these women were asking for down here. I just want to go to Pilates in the morning in my matching Lulu outfit, get coffee, go to TJ Maxx in my Escalade. Right here. Right there. This is me too. Right here. I want to be a stay-at-home mom, wife, get out of corporate America. Right here. Okay. See that? She was able to get it. But what does but mean? That means this is what I'm going to say after that negates everything I said prior. That's what but means. But everything I just said was amazing is going to be negated by what I'm about to say next. That's what but means. Here we go.
The thing that I didn't really anticipate was the financial dynamic and how I would be affected by that.
Victim. I had a plan, but I got victimized. Remember, I volunteered. I gave you free pussy. I didn't got nothing from it. Victim. All right. But she chose. I chose to give you free pussy, thinking I was going to get something in the back end. I didn't get it. Victim. I chose to be a stay-at-home mom, give up my career and raise my kids, and was fortunate to do so. However, I didn't get the outcome I wanted, so it was a loss. Victim.
So I assumed that half of everything would be mine.
Assumed. So she stuck around. Why did you assume this? Weren't you going to die with the guy? Weren't you going to raise the kids and send them to college? Why were you assuming half was going to be yours? Because you were planning to divorce him at some point. The divorce card was going to be played. So as she's doing 15 years stay-at-home mom, 17 years married, she's plotting that at some point I can pull the fucking ripcord and take half. Okay, I assumed.
If we divorce.
When we divorce. So she's doing this with the mindset that at some point, if she just gets tired of this shit, I'm going to get half. Y'all better wake up. Why were you thinking that? Why didn't you just go ahead and be a good wife and keep the shit going? Nope. She was thinking, if we got a divorce, this is how I'm going to get paid out. This is how I'm going to get paid out. This is how I'm going to get paid out. Remember, pay. All men pay. I invest, coach. Nope, you're paying.
And since I was out of the workforce for a really long time,
I gave up my career. You're going to hear this, guys. The longer you marry a woman.
So I could focus on my career.
All right. I gave up my career. I was going to be CEO. I could have been CEO, but I was a stay-at-home mom for you. This is some wild shit. But listen, this is how it works in their minds. This is how that works. I'm trying to prepare you for this shit. It never was about love. It was about business. Men are in love. Women are in business. Since I gave up my career, $450,000 to $1 million, I gave that up. I assumed I was going to get it financially fixed by making this decision.
I didn't have things like retirement, or luckily I had built up my credit over time, but, I didn't have savings. I didn't have accounts in my own name.
So this is what they call financial abuse. Okay. You think I'm kidding? See that right there? Look at that. So this man put her up, kept her off work, didn't stress her out, sent her to Pilates and Botox, invested in his kids, saved for college, and all of this. Put her up, paid for her sanitary napkins and her fucking lifestyle. Leased cars, earned money, went to work, worked double shift, got promoted, got to the top, and boom. Where's the love? Where's it at? Tradwise, listen up. Exactly. This happened to me too. Victim. I chose. Now I'm a victim.
And I really was not prepared for when my husband and I split up, sitting there in mediation, hearing this is non-marital. And I was like, but wait, I thought everything was, marital. We'd been married
you were
for so long.
For so long.
Right. And we had never discussed like, this was mine and this was yours.
That's why she assumed. And by the way, the things she thought was marital were the things she was plotting on. Trust me, there were some things that were marital that she got. Okay. But he probably protected himself. He protected himself, right? He bought things there, put some things in name and trust and this type of thing. The things she thought she was going to get that made her file for the divorce. I'm going to get the vacation home. I'm going to get the cars. I'm going to get the ski house. I'm going to get the fucking cabin in the woods. I'm going to get that. She found out it was in a trust. It was possibly under the brother's name. Whatever. He protected herself. So now she's like, I thought I was going to get that. That's why I filed for the divorce. All right, fuck it. I'm going to just divorce him and I'm going to get half of this and half of that. Then she found out she wasn't going to get that. So she got only a little bit, not what she thought she was going to get. Now, guess what? She's stuck out there. She done filed for the divorce. She done played her fucking hand. Now she realized, oops, I wasn't getting what I wanted. I only got this much. I only got this much in alimony, this much in the child support. I only got this much in, I didn't get the vacation home. I didn't get the fucking jet skis. I thought I was fixing to get it, but I didn't.
Just, that kind of thing. It was always, in my opinion, it was always ours.
Opinion, assume.
And he actually said that. Like,
he told me that too. He said that. She remembers that. She remembers every time he said that. But every time he remembers every time you said you're the only one that he's fucking. All right. He remembers that too, but that wasn't truth.
One time I said to him, well, a lot of times I said to him, like, I feel like I'm not prepared for retirement. Nothing's in my name. Like,
nothing's in my name.
What if something happens to you?
Give me that death insurance benefit, which is true.
What if something happens where we split up? I'm not, and he
what if we split up?
was like, well, if we get divorced, half of it's yours. Well, it wasn't. And he got to keep about $800,000.
There she is keeping score. 800 grand. He got more than me. He got to keep 800 grand. Her plan was to leave his ass wiped the fuck out. What else did he keep?
More.
And more. She didn't get the house. Her ass living down in an apartment on MacArthur Boulevard.
Than I did.
More than I did. All right. So he was able to fend for himself. And I'm the victim.